Dylan, you're the first one back. Whoa! Yeah, Dylan, we're gonna wait for a few minutes to get our friends some time to come back so they won't miss our story for the day. Did you remember in our rhyme the clues we saw when Mary was wearing all that red and you were able to guess what story we were going to read? You were so smart using your clues.
Maybe Harry.
Now, while we're waiting for our friends to come on before we start our story, let's think of some words that start with the letter K. And Miss Bratton is going to write them for us.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if we can think of some words that have the K sound in them.
Hit.
Hit. Awesome, Dylan. Remember, I do a straight vertical line, then I do a short diagonal line going up and the short diagonal line going down. Hit, it. I need an I to make the it sound and a T to make the t sound. It. Awesome. Dylan gave us a K word. Can anybody else think of a K word while we're waiting for our friend?
You can hear him now. Put your shirt back on. What?
Jaden, can you think of a K word that begins with a sound? What can you do? I'm gonna give you a clue, friends. What can you do with your foot and a ball?
Take it. Take it.
Awesome. There's a K word. I'm gonna write it. We need our K. We need a straight vertical line down, diagonal line up, diagonal line down. It. We need another I. Kick.
Kick.
And we need a C. And another K. For the word kick. Kick has a lot of sounds in it. Remember those two letters that have the same sound? Right here. The C and the K both make the K sound. Let's write Khalil. We need an uppercase K when we write names. We do our vertical line down. Then we do a diagonal line up, a diagonal line down. For Khalil's name, we need a letter H, a letter A, a L, a I, and an L. Khalil. Khalil is Dylan's little brother.
He right beside me, Miss Bratton.
Hi, Khalil. That's Dylan's little brother, friends. Awesome K word finding. So while we were waiting for our friends to come back, we were trying to think of words that begin with the letter K. I'm going to do one more. One more. I'm going to draw this one and I want to see if you know what it is.
Kite. Rocket.
A kite. Awesome. Kite starts with the letter K. Yes.
Rocket.
Yes, sir.
What are you?
I'm so glad you in class, Jaden. I'm writing the word kite. We learned a new letter today, Jaden, the letter K. The letter K makes the k sound. K. So later today, you can watch our first video from class and you can learn the letter K too. Now that my friends are back,
Dylan.
it's time for our story. My friends,
It's Bratton. What's 2 plus 2?
yes,
What's 2 plus 2?
let's see. 2 plus
Yes.
2 more, friends.
Equals 4.
Awesome, friends. My
I
friends,
didn't say that.
2 plus 2 more gives us
4.
4. Awesome adding, friends. So my friends are adding. They're doing patterns and colors. My friends are so smart. My friends, our clue from this morning about what story we're going to read was somebody wearing a red hood. What story do we know where somebody's wearing a red hood?
Round here.
Red
Red
Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood. Let's get into our
But no
story.
kid.
Our story is a little bit spooky, so if you are scared, remember, just put your hands up if you get scared so you can't see. We have
I ain't scared.
Ooh, Jaden
I'm
said he
scared.
is not scared.
I'm not
He is
scared.
not scared at
I
all.
am not scared.
He's
I'm not
really
scared.
not scared.
I'm not scared. Then you ain't scared. No, when that police dog had come, you were scared of that. You were scared of that. Like,
Jaden is remembering when the police came to our school and brought us a police dog to see. We can use our minds to think and remember lots of
and
things.
a fire.
And a firefighter game.
Bro, why is he so sharp?
Ooh, let's
Bro,
find
that
out.
police dog is real big.
All right, friends, it's time for our story.
Little Red Riding Hood, retold by Bonnie Dobkins. Once upon a time, a little girl lived with her mother and brother in a small cottage by the edge of a forest. Her favorite piece of clothing was a long red cape with a soft silky hood. She wore it so often that soon everyone called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, Little Red Riding Hood was bored and looking for something to do. You can sit on the floors, said her mother, who was busy painting a fence. No, said Little Red Riding Hood. I don't think that's what I want to do. You can help clean the yard, said her brother, who was busy chopping wood. No, said Little Red Riding Hood. I don't think that's what I want to do.
This Bracken big. Aiden, with Bracken.
Then you could go visit your grandmother, said her mother. You're old enough to go by yourself, and you haven't seen her for weeks. That's exactly what I want to do, said Little Red Riding Hood. Grandmother lives on the other side of the woods. It will be an adventure.
Bracken.
Little Riding Hood's mother packed a basket full of treats for the little girl to take to her grandmother. Just remember, said her mother, the woods can be very dangerous.
Zoe.
When you leave,
Zoe.
go straight to your grandmother's house and don't be late. Yes,
Dylan.
will, said
Dylan.
Red Riding Hood.
Dylan.
My
Or
friends,
yes,
be quiet so we can hear the
something else
story.
before you go. Only talk to people you know.
Thank you.
Never talk to strangers. She won't listen, said her brother. Yes, I will, said Little Red Riding Hood. Of course she will, said her mother. And oh, one more thing. Never go off the path, or you could get lost someday if you stray away from the path. She won't listen, said her brother. Yes, I will, said Little Red Riding Hood. Of course she will, said her mother. Goodbye, dear, and give your grandmother a big hug. Yes, mother. There was so much for Little Red Riding Hood to see in the woods. There was a sleeping bird, a giant mushroom, an amazing spider web. Then Little Red Riding Hood remembered what her mama said.
Mommy, look.
So
I'm on my
she went
thing.
to her grandmother's and don't be late. But, thought Little Red Riding Hood, maybe I could stop and look around for a little while. Uh-oh. Just then, a dark shape stepped out from behind one of the trees. It was
Your
a
brother.
wolf, and he was smiling. Why, hello,
Don't make me laugh,
wolf,
baby.
said the wolf. It is
Don't
such
make
a
me laugh.
lovely day. Little Red Riding Hood remembered that her mama said, never talk to strangers, only talk to people you know. But Red thought, he looks like a friendly wolf. Mother doesn't want me to be rude. Hello, Mr. Wolf, said Red Riding Hood. Yes, it's such a lovely day. And you seem to be such a delicious looking such a delightful child. What might your name be? Everyone calls me Little Red Riding Hood, said the little girl. A splendid name, said the wolf. And where might you be headed, Little Red, if I can call you that? You may, said Little Red Riding Hood. I'm bringing grandmother this basket of treats. She lives on the other side of the forest. How kind of you, the wolf said. In fact, wouldn't your grandmother like a lovely bouquet of flowers? There are some over there. Red Riding Hood remembered what her mother said. You must stay on the path or you might get lost. But Little Red Riding Hood saw the flowers and she said it might be such a good thing to pick some flowers for grandmother. Oh, I'm going to get some. The wolf said, goodbye, Little Red. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Maybe for lunch. The moment the Little Red Riding Hood disappeared to pick flowers, the wolf dashed down the pathway toward grandmother's cottage. He knocked on the door. Grandmother, he said in his best little girl voice, it's me, Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red? Really? How wonderful. Grandmother opened up the door. Wait, she said. You're not Red Riding Hood. Sadly, no, said the wolf. And he gobbled grandmother up in one big gulp. He patted his stomach and said, now I'll wait for Red Riding Hood for dessert. Oh, no.
Mama.
Time later, Little Red Riding Hood came out of the woods. She was dirty, rumpled. There was frizz in her hair, and it was much harder for her to find the path again. She was lost. When she got to grandmother, she was surprised to see the door was wide open. She came inside. Grandma, are you home? Yes, dear, came a scratchy voice from the bedroom. But I'm in bed. I have a nasty cold. I don't think that's grandma, friend. Red Riding Hood followed the voice into the bedroom. The curtains were closed and it was very dark. Grandma was wearing a floppy night hat and her blankets were pulled up past her nose. Red Riding Hood moved toward the bed. Grandmother's eyes looked very odd. My grandmother, she said, what big eyes you have. Oh, the better to see you with, my dear. Come closer so grandma can give you a hug. Red Riding Hood took another step closer. Now she saw two odd triangles sticking up under the nightcap. And grandma, what big ears you have. Nothing better to hear you with, my dear. Now come a little closer to Grandma. Just then, the blankets slipped off from Grandma's face, and out popped two sharp rows of very sharp teeth. But Grandmother, said Riding Hood, what big teeth you have. The better to eat you with, roared the wolf, leaping out of Grandma's bed. Ah! Red Riding Hood screamed. She ran out the bathroom, through the living room, and into the kitchen, slamming the doors behind her. She climbed in the cabinet and closed the door. Oh, why didn't I listen to my mama? I shouldn't have stopped in that woods. I shouldn't have talked to that wolf, and I should have stayed on that path. Oh, I would not have been late to Grandma's, and none of this would have happened. In the kitchen, she could hear the wolf calling her. Where are you, little Red? He said.
What?
There's no need to hide. I'm gonna find you and eat you no matter what. Ha 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 ha. Just then, something crashed. One yelled, dishes smashed. The sounds got louder and wilder and wilder. And then everything was quiet. Let's see what happened. Little Red Riding Hood peeked out from the cabinet. There stood her big brother with his axe in one hand. He was helping Grandmother step out of the wolf. Thank you, dear, said Grandmother. It was very nasty and dark inside of that wolf's stomach. The brother looked at Little Red Riding Hood. I knew you wouldn't listen. I knew you wouldn't listen. Little Red Riding Hood got out of that cabinet and gave her big brother a big, big hug. You were right, she said, but I will listen from now on, big brother. Then Red Riding Hood, her brother, and their grandmother all sat down together to eat the treats from the basket. The end.
Whoa, friends. Friends, did you like that story?
Yeah.
Ooh, what was your favorite part?
My favorite is trying to eat the snacks from the basket.
Zoe's favorite part was when they ate the snacks from the basket. Thank you, Zoe. Dylan, do you have a favorite part?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of the story, Dylan?
Nothing.
Dylan said nothing was his favorite part. Did you like the whole story?
No.
Dylan did not like that story. Dylan, can you tell us why you didn't like that story?
It's the big bad wolf is eating the grandma.
Dylan did not like that story because the big bad wolf ate the grandma. He did not like that part. Jaden, what was your favorite part of the story? Or did you not like that story?
No.
Jaden did not like that story either. Jaden, can you tell us why you didn't like that story?
Cool. Cause the grandma was not home. That's why I didn't like it.
You said because the grandma what? Can you say it louder? Because the grandma
was not home. That's why I didn't like it.
He did not like it because the grandma was not home. Dylan and Jaden did not like the grandmas to get eaten. I think that was our friends like to protect their grandmas. If any other friend want to tell us about that story? I want to know what my friends remember from that story. All
I
right.
know.
Can y'all, does anybody know what was Little Red's favorite piece of clothing? Does anybody remember what Little Red's favorite clothing to wear was?
No way, right?
The Red Riding Hood. That's right, Jaden. That was her favorite clothes to wear. She wore that red hood every day. And people started calling her Little Red Riding Hood. They gave her that nickname because that was her favorite clothes to wear. Now, I want to know, do my friends remember there was 3 things that Little Red's mom told her before she left to the woods? Does anybody remember those 3 things? Let's see if we can remember them together. It was 3 things she told her not to do.
She said stay on the path.
She said stay on the path. Excellent remembering, Jaden. All right, so that was one.
Don't talk to the big bad wolf.
Excellent. Zoe remembered the other thing. Do not talk to the big bad wolf, or don't talk to strangers. A stranger is somebody that you don't know. If you don't know them, you do not have to talk to them. I don't know you. I don't talk to you. It was one more thing. She said, stay on the path. Don't talk to strangers. And she was supposed to go straight where?
To her grandma's and talk to people that she knows.
Excellent remembering, Dylan. She was supposed to go straight to her grandma's house. Don't stop and don't talk to nobody she don't know. So she was supposed to go straight to grandma's and don't stop. She was not supposed to talk to strangers, and she was supposed to stay on the path. The path was the road, and she did not stay on the path road. What happened when she went off the road? Did she get lost?
Yeah. A wolf came.
A wolf came. The wolf came and tricked Little Red. I wonder why. What do you think the wolf wanted to do? He wanted to eat them. Mom, I cannot trick my friends. They remember that wolf wanted to eat them. He wanted to eat Grandma and Little Red. Who knew that Little Red was not gonna listen? Who knew?
Me.
Dylan said he knew Little Red wasn't gonna listen. In our story, somebody else knew too. Somebody else in our story said she's not gonna listen. She's not gonna listen. Who said that?
Her brother.
Her brother. That's right, Jaden and Zoe. You guys remember. Her big brother said, she ain't gonna listen, Mom. She not gonna listen. Little Red said, yes, I will. Yes, I will. Her mama said, she gonna listen. My friends, what did Little Red do?
She didn't even listen.
She didn't
Stay on the
listen. She did not listen.
She did stay on the.
Now,
She did.
Now, what happened when Little Red found out that there was the big bad wolf and not her grandmama? Does anybody remember what Little Red did?
Yeah, she said it come closer.
She did.
And then he popped out the cover.
She popped out the covers. Did Little Red stand there? What happened? What did Little Red do when she popped out them covers?
Scream.
She screamed. She screamed. And after she screamed, what did she do? Do you hear that?
Running.
She was running. So she screamed, ah, like Zoe showed us. Then she start running. My friends, did she hide?
Yeah.
Where did she hide?
In the cabinet.
In the cabinet. My friends, you guys are so smart. I can't trick you guys. She hid in the cabinet. I wonder who saved her while she was hiding in that cabinet. I wonder what happened.
Grandma.
When she was hiding in the cabinet, Grandma did something? Was it Grandma?
Mm-mm.
Help me remember, friends.
Grandma,
Her brother. What did her brother do?
help her.
He helped her. I wonder how her brother killed the big bad wolf. What kind of weapon did he use? Does anyone remember?
Maybe a gun or knife.
Somebody said maybe a gun or a knife. That's a good idea.
A sword.
Somebody said a sword. So he could have had a gun, a knife, or a sword. In the beginning of our story, Big Brother was used
Or a
to
sniper.
chop wood. What do you use to chop wood?
A hammer.
That's a good guess. A hammer does have a handle like a hammer. What was that, friends?
X.
Awesome.
X.
Big Brother used the axe to chop the wood. And he used the axe to chop that wolf. He used the axe. An axe has a long handle and it has a sharp head on it that can cut wood. My friends did an awesome job remembering. Yes, sir, Jaden? Yes, Jaden?
I know what's 10 plus 10.
Ooh, what is 10 plus 10?
I don't know. 8.
Does anybody else know what 10 plus 10 is?
11.
Ooh, somebody thinks
20.
11. Ooh, and somebody said 20. Let's see what 10 plus 10 is. All right, let's clear the board. I'm going to write 10 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 circles. And let's make 10 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. So 10 plus 10. Zero plus zero, nothing plus nothing equals nothing. 1 plus 1, what does 1 plus 1 equal?
0. 2.
2.
That's a 0.
So that is 20. Let's see if 10 plus 10 is 20. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3,
1,
4,
2,
5, 6,
4. You got 3.
7, 8,
6, 7,
9,
8,
11, 12,
11,
13,
12,
14,
13,
15,
14,
16,
16,
17,
19, 20. Oh,
so 10 plus 10 is
20. We got 10 plus 10
10 plus 10 is 20. Those are some awesome adding exercises that you guys can do today. All right, friends, it's time for our small group. You have to use your eyes to remember what is missing. So pay attention. We're going to see if you know what's missing.
Look at TV.
Okay, boys and girls, today's activity is called What's Missing? What's going to be missing, I wonder? Well, this is where you're going to look at my different pieces of jewelry out here. I have different
different colored jewelry. I'm gonna tell you the colors and then you're gonna look real close at the jewelry. And then you're gonna close your eyes for 5 seconds. And while your eyes is closed, Miss Evans is gonna move one of them. And then you've got to guess which one is missing. Okay, let's try it. So here is our purple, here's our blue necklace. Here's our purple necklace.
Purple.
Here's our silver necklace.
Silver.
Here's our green necklace,
Green.
our white necklace.
White.
And then is this a necklace? That's
Nope.
right, friends. It's a bracelet, a pink bracelet.
Man, let me get that back on up for us, friends.
Okay, boys and girls, today's activity is close your eyes for 5 seconds. And while your eyes is closed, Miss Evans is going to move one of them. And then you've got to guess which one is missing. Okay, let's try it. So here's our purple, here's our blue necklace. Here's our purple necklace. Here's our silver necklace. Here's our green necklace, our white necklace. And then is this a necklace? That's right, friends. It's a bracelet, a pink bracelet. And then here's our orange bracelet. So come on and zoom in real good and look at my different color jewelry. Because then in a minute, I'm going to make you close your eyes. And you're going to have to guess what's missing.
All right,
All
ready?
right, friends. Take a
Close your
look. What do you see is missing?
What's
What color
missing?
item is missing?
Look, open your eye. Which one you miss?
About it.
Purple.
Louder. That's right. You were right. It was our purple necklace.
Awesome.
Good job. Now let's
Good
try it
remembering,
again.
friends. Let's
Take
try it
another
again.
Close look at our jewelry down here. Remember, blue, purple, silver, green, white, pink, and orange. Are you looking really close? Okay, close your eyes.
Close your eyes, friends. What's missing?
All right, boys and girls, what is missing?
A green one.
One thing this time, I took away 2.
A red one.
What's missing?
Red one. A green one and a red one.
A little harder.
Pink one.
Awesome.
Got it?
I
Tell me
think
what you think it is.
They got it, Miss
Right.
Evans.
You're exactly right. The pink bracelet. Now, there's something else missing. You think of the second item that's missing?
What did you say, son?
Something.
a green one. Green.
Something.
Yes, they got it,
You're
Miss
right.
Evans.
A green necklace. Now, boys and girls, this is just a fun what's missing game. You don't have to use jewelry. You can use crayons, you can use colored paper, you can use some different toys you have at home. But let's see your videos or your pictures of you playing what's missing with your friends and your family at home. All right, let's do it one more time.
Yeah,
Just so
let's
you
do it
remember,
one more,
looking
Miss
at
Evans.
different color jewelry here. All right, close your eyes.
I can't even see.
All right, friends, can you guess?
What's
What do you think
missing?
is missing? I took away 2 items.
Oh,
And the
orange
took away.
and a white one.
Ooh, my friends, that's not
Orange
missing.
and a white one.
Miss Evans, they
Orange
know,
and
Miss
a
Evans.
white one.
They know.
Orange and a white
Green. We're missing the color orange with our orange bracelet.
Yes, friends.
Now, there is something else missing.
one.
Miss
It's
Evans,
white.
remember it. What did she take
White.
away?
They
White.
What did she miss?
White. White. White.
White. That's right, the white necklace. Great
awesome,
job. I hope
friends.
you enjoyed playing this game with me. And Miss Evans and Miss Grafton can't wait to see your video of you playing what's missing around your house. Thanks. Have fun.
Okay.
Awesome, friends. My friends, you are such good rememberers. You remember letter sounds. You remember how to do your math. You remembered all of the stories that we read before. You guys remember what happened in the stories, and you remember what was missing. You can play that game at your house today with your brother or sisters or families. All you have to do is just get a few items, put them on the table, let them look at them, and then tell them to close their eyes while you take something away. Then they have to guess what's missing. That's a fun game that you guys can play today or anytime you get a chance to, even on your break tomorrow, you can play what's missing with anything. And since we're learning about clothes, you can try to do what's missing with clothes. Friends, would you like to see what kind of outdoor activity we have for today?
Yeah.
Let's
Miss
see what
Brad.
type of outdoor challenge we have for
Miss
our
Brad.
friends today. Yes,
I need to tell you something.
go ahead, Zoe.
I'm writing something.
Zoe is writing something. Zoe, would you like to show your friends what you
Yeah.
wrote?
The main villain and these two girl butterflies. But there's one in my tummy.
She wrote 2 girl butterflies, and
There's one in my tummy. There's
And
one in my
there's 1 butterfly inside of Zoe's tummy. Have you ever felt like there are butterflies in your tummy?
It's almost like Red Riding Hood. You have to walk 80 times.
Awesome. So Zoe, you ate the butterfly? How did that-
This is the bad big. This is the bad trophy manner.
The bad trophy manner. What is he gonna do, Zoe?
He gonna try defeating us because we are butterflies. I'm gonna call my daddy and my mommy so they can help us.
Zoe's gonna call her mom and her dad to help save her from that big trophy mugger. Awesome. I wonder what kind of weapon Zoe's mom and dad would use to defeat that big bad trophy monger.
They gonna use spider webs and water guns.
They're gonna use spider webs and water guns, and they're gonna catch that big bad trophy monger. Zoe used her imagination. That's your thinking mind. Your thinking mind can think of things that are not real, and that's okay. It's okay to use our imaginations. We can draw pictures and write stories using the ideas in our brains. So if you have an idea in your imagination, I want you to grab your journal or your dry erase board and write it down. Draw some pictures so you can share your wild imagination with your friends as well. Thank you for sharing, Zoe.
Okay.
Erase that.
Hell, it ain't erasing.
Get a paper towel.
It ain't gonna work.
A paper towel or a napkin or a piece of cloth can dry and wipe off your dry erase board. Did you hear Jaden's dad? Jaden's dad is right. If you don't have an eraser, you can get a dry washcloth or a paper towel and wipe off your dry erase board. Good idea. Let's see what kind of activity Miss Evans has for us to try today.
Okay, boys and girls, today's outside activity is to try to be able to swing on a swing by yourself. Remember, friends, what do you think you have to do to start swinging by yourself, to get the swing moving forward and backward and to keep going? What do you think you have to do, friends?
You have to back up.
Let's see what Jagger does to try to use to get for him to swing going back and forth by himself. Let's see, Jagger, what do you think you need to do? Hump your legs forward and
Hump your
backwards. Let's see if he
legs.
can do it.
Say, go, Jagger, go. Let's see you do it. Forward, backwards. Forward, backwards. See, friends, he's pumping his legs forward and backwards. And he's making him
Forward
go. And he's getting
and
higher and he'll get faster just by pumping his legs. He didn't need a teacher. He didn't need his mama or his daddy or a friend to help him. He can do it by himself. So, friends, we challenge you to learn how to swing by yourself